Hi, this is Stephen Pilkington, and I'm here with Doug McNary from 7 Star Home Advisors, and we're going over some common inspection items when buying a property. And Doug had pointed out a few things here with negative drainage. So tell us more about that, Doug.
Yeah, Steve, we've talked again about how water is such an enemy to your home. And there are a number of different ways that water can become an influence on the structure of the home as well as the surroundings of the home. And this area right here is a classic example of a multiple number of issues that are all influencing the flow of water and the control of water near the home. Start off with, we have a downspout. It looks like there's a nice extension on here now. That's good to get the water at least 4 feet away from the foundation and direct down and away from the foundation of the home. But when we move right over next to it here, we have a sump pit discharge. A sump pit discharge is a very critical and important element of water control around your foundation. A sump pit is basically a pit in the basement of the house that is collecting water that comes from a perimeter drain around the footer of the home. That's basically typically about 4 feet down underground.
Okay.
That water drains around that perimeter drain into the sump pit. Then there is an electric pump inside that pit that takes that water and discharges it back out and gets it away from the house.
Okay.
So this sump pit discharge right here oftentimes will activate automatically to discharge the water and direct it away. However, this discharge is way too short.
Okay.
We like to see that discharge be a minimum of 6 feet away from the foundation.
Oh, wow.
And definitely have a positive grade and positive direction away from the home. So it looks like someone has done some work here to just add a little leg on here, but they need more. There needs to be a lot more control of that water to get it away from the foundation. Then you look at this nice flower bed area here. Everybody likes to put pretty bushes and flowers right next to their foundation to make their home look nice. The challenge is people then want to irrigate those and put irrigation systems next to it. That again is putting more water and more moisture directly near the foundation. So it's okay if you're going to do this, but just be very, very careful not to put too much water or landscape that requires a lot of water near your foundation. Kind of think of that xeriscaping strategy as a better way to go.
So yeah, less water is better.
Right. Then you can also see that this flower bed is actually elevated above the bottom of the brick siding here, or basically above the sill plate on top of the foundation. So as you can see in this corner right over here, it creates a natural pathway for moisture to penetrate underneath the brick and get to the wood sill plate inside the house.
Oh, wow.
And that can create all kinds of problems with moisture and pests and other things working their way into the wall structure of the home. Then you look at the window well over here, and you can see that the homeowner has added a skirt, if you will, or a border around the window well to try and hold back the mulch. But in all honesty, it's creating a natural pathway underneath that skirt for water to drain back into the window well and cause drainage problems there. And then in the very corner over here, you can also see that there's a hose bib.
Okay.
And a hose bib should have a splash block or a drainage system to direct water that may drip from that hose bib down and away from the home.
Okay.
Again, 3 to 4 feet away. This hose bib actually, when you turn that on, is going to direct water into the window well, which is just about the worst place you can possibly put it. So all of these issues here, no one of them is necessarily a big significant item, but collectively they can put a lot of water right next to your foundation and create huge problems for you down the road.
Okay. And when you say huge problems, what do you think the most significant problems could be in this scenario?
It could easily turn into moisture penetrating into your basement, into the structure underneath the home. That can create problems with mold. That can create problems with the ability of the foundation to structurally support the home.
Oh, wow.
Because the soils could erode underneath that footer or that foundation. It can create problems with just the natural process of water leaching into and finding its way to just about any and every corner and crevice of your foundation.
Oh, my. Yeah, so this is it's definitely something, it sounds like, where there's a series of items that can be addressed possibly pretty easily, yet if they're not addressed, it could really lead to some catastrophic issues with your home.
That's right.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for that information, Doug. And here we are again with another inspection tip. Look forward to seeing you next time.